So today we're going to go over the Season 20 patch notes that literally came out a couple hours ago. I had a comment on a video the other day that said that people actually, well, one guy just wanted to know my opinion. And you know, I thought that was enough for me to make a patch notes video. And all round, that guy made me feel like I should just make videos whenever I want to make videos rather than wait for other people to do them. So that's what we're doing in this video. Right here, I'll put a link to this in the description at the top. This is the official Apex Legends Breakout, official Apex website. And we're going to go over it. So first of all, the Breakout map rotation, which we already knew, but I will go over it. The Olympus, Stormpoint, World's Edge, probably the best free maps at the moment. They made Stormpoint is a lot better now that has the whole added POIs to it. It just plays way better. Performance mode, this is huge for me. I am a console player, so for me, anyone who plays on console, if you have a PlayStation 5 Series X or S, you can now enable performance mode, which enables you to have 120 Hertz displays and FPS, which is going to make your gameplay look buttery. Moving down here to crafting, I think a lot of people already know about the crafting, but basically I'll go over it very briefly. They've removed crafting materials. Every replicator you get one go on for free, and you can get one of 4 things. So you can literally get a bat, a medkit, ammo, or you can craft banners, I believe. So that's the 4 things. It says here decreased interaction time with replicators to offset single use. Every game will start with 12, spawning at the start, with additionals, airdrops around 4 to late game. Yeah, okay. Inventory can now be accessed from the crafting menu. Pretty items left alone at the same time. Auto eject. Oh, that's pretty cool. That didn't used to happen. It looks like if you leave things in the replicator, they actually auto eject out now rather than just sit there. Kind of annoying when you turn it up and there's some crappy ammo you didn't want in there. So that's a cool little change. Rampart's bid mold. I don't know why I said it like that. But with crafting materials gone, it means that you can't craft the open up the weapon chamber things in big mold. So basically they've made them free, but it looks like it will take time to dispense them from their vending machines. Once a player has claimed their free weapon, they cannot get another one. Lobo will still be able to steal a second gun with a black market, and there's also increased variety of weapons to choose from, but there's no gold kitted guns anymore. So, you know, whoever lands on big mold, your guns are going to be a little bit worse. So now getting into some legend upgrades. A lot of this stuff, well, I'm not going to go over all these perks because I think I've gone over them like 5 times now. If you want to know about the perks, go onto this and take a look at them yourself because there's a lot of stuff there, but I'm not going to go over them today. So, patch notes here, I'm not going to read that bit. Balance upgrades, crafting 2.0, I just said about this pretty much, I'm not going to go over it again. The care package weapon rotation is going to be the EVA 8, which enters the care package, and that thing actually has hammer points on it, and it looked incredible from gameplay I've seen. The Prowler returns to the floor, and gold weapons rotations, the R41, the R45 Mastiff, Devotion, and 30-30. Now, a couple of huge ones, weapons and attachments. The 30-30 is getting a huge nerf here. So first of all, the base ammo is base damage is reduced to 39, so that's -3. And as you can see, the ammo capacity is down, the white mag's down, the blue mag's down, the purple and gold mag are down, skull piercer down, it reloads slower, and overall, it's a fat nerf, to be honest. Right, EVA in the care package, damage reduced to 6, fire rate increased to 3. So, alright, so they put the damage down and put the fire rate up. I think if you 7, I'll try and do the maths there. I think the new one actually will do more DPS, like damage per second, than the old one did. And with the hammer points, you do 20% against flesh, which is actually, it looks incredible. I actually put a bit of gameplay here because I feel like this, you can't just watch all me reading the whole time. But yeah, this gun actually looks stupid. The Hemlock was really strong this season. So damage reduced just by 1. It's amazing what 1 can actually do to damage. It does change a lot. Then the hit fire spreads increased. It was a bit too good. And spread delay increased to 0.8. Spread delay. Not even sure what that is. L-Star can no longer equip barrel attachments. That's interesting. I didn't think the L-Star was overly powerful, but looks like it was. The Prowler's gun on the floor. Now, I think the Prowler's going to be really, really strong this season. So it's reverted to the non-care package version. The damage decreased to 15 as it was 16. Select fire hop-up is removed, so you'll be back on burst all the time. The burst delay is increased, and the spread delay is increased. R99, they are smashing this thing into the ground, aren't they?
It's all just an act.
He's already dead.
Every nerf, every patch note has a R99 nerf at the moment. Yeah, so ADS vertical and horizontal recoil increased. Jesus, what about the car? The car is just as good as the R99 most of the time. But the R99 is still my favourite gun. I don't care. I don't care what they do to it. R301, hipfire spread reduced. The flatline has not been touched in this. The flatline is always been better at close range than the 301 anyway, in my opinion. So, yeah, I think the flatline is slowly creeping above the R301 in the power curve now. SMG ballistics, God, they hate SMGs. Projectile gravity increased across all SMGs. Projectile launch speed reduced across SMGs. Prowler unchanged. I don't know what that fully means. Projectile gravity increased. Does that mean the bullets travel slowly? I think the bullets will be traveling slightly slower. If you use energy guns, you find that the bullets travel slightly slower than they do with heavy guns, I believe. So I think that's the same kind of deal there. Digi-threat, we already knew about this one, but once again, it is a nerf to subs. So you can no longer be equipped to subs, and they actually reduced the spawn rate by 20%. We didn't know that bit, to be fair. And also laser sights. So laser sights that can only go on subs. The spread multipliers have all been reduced by kind of like 0.1, 0.2, and that one is even 0.3. Yeah. SMGs are going into the ground. To be honest, they've been like hard meta for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 seasons, maybe more than that. The Mastiff and the PK are strong. The Mastiff got buffed not too long ago, and I honestly think this season there's going to be a lot of shotguns and flying around. We've also had big buffs, we'll find out in a minute, on Maggie, who's like the main shotgun legend, and yeah, I think we could have a lot of shotguns coming around this season. So moving on to legends now. Heavy rig legends, this is the big boys. Gibby, Caustic, Pathy, and Newcastle, and Revenant. Crap, I didn't think Pathfinder was in there. Now use medium rig first person movement animations. Actual game speeds have not changed. The legends will feel less sluggish when running. So you feel like you're really slow when you use someone tool. They've kind of made that a bit better. Pathfinder actually really gets to me that he's like this, because his movement's really good, and when you put his like gloves on, it just looks stupid to me. So I'll see what that looks like when it comes out, but it sounds like a good change, that. Extended supply bin contents have been improved. We'll go over that in a minute. Ballistic. This is actually right. This is incredible, this. So for me, Ballistic, I would say, is one of the worst legends in the game. In terms of power, he's fun to use and his like character's cool, but in terms of power, he's just not there. So look at this. So the sling weapons will now have white attachments while equipped. So you can actually put a gun into your sling whenever. So can you spawn white attachments for your teammates now? Can you do that more than once? Like with all your guns, just swap them over, take the attachments off, or have they got to be in the sling? And then the second thing, the Tempest, which is his ult, effect radius for ally range has been increased to 90 meters, right? So 90 meters is that's a long way. It's like, if you think of an octane pad, it's like a pad and a half. It's just for a bit of, what am I trying to say? Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was 13 meters out, so you kind of had to be like really close radius to Ballistic. Now, if you're on the other side of the POI and someone goes near Ballistic, everyone gets his ult. That's incredible. I know that is genuinely one of the biggest buffs I think we've seen to a legend at once ever. That is absolutely incredible. Ballistic will get a lot better just because of that. Team-wise, he's so strong. I don't really think they realise how strong that is. Anyway, Bloodhound Tracker. Raven scans ult charge is now gated behind the Hunting Ravens upgrade. Okay, yeah. The Catalyst Dark Veil, these are quite interesting because these are actually her upgrades and perks like make these better, but they're making them worse overall and then making them so you can get them a little bit better again with her perks. But the Dark Veil lifetime decreased by quite a bit. That is a lot. And the length's also decreased. Yeah, literally 15 seconds. That's not a long time. Like minus in 10 seconds is almost half the time. Crazy. Conduit. This is a huge one. I actually have a guy that mains Conduit that comments on a lot of these videos. If you're watching this video, my guy, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a fair bit to go over here, but you better still main her next season. So, Radiant Flash, cooldown increased. The temporary shield generation rate has been to 15 rather than was 20. Temporary shield regeneration time increased. To be fair, that isn't a huge nerf. It's exactly the same as she was pretty much, but it's just a bit slower, bit more time. And then her ultimate, mine duration reduced, so it's the same kind of deal. They made her a slight bit. I don't actually think she's as good as people are like they think she is. The only thing I find annoying is that you don't know when she's gave shields to someone sometimes. I feel like it should be like a bigger graphic, but that's, yeah, for another day. Conduit got nerfed. Crypto, this is good, I like this. Surveillance drones. So the speed of drone recall has been slightly increased. That doesn't really matter, I don't think. It's one of them things that I don't think that really ever gets anyone killed or anything. But this one, transitions going in and out of the drone are now faster. That is pretty huge. When you like want to get it out really fast, mid-fight for example, or like just before a fight, the extra like 1-2 seconds you'll save there is actually really nice. Next one's really weird. So Horizon, the gravity lift cooldown is increased to 25, was 20. Do you know what? I actually read that the wrong way around the first time. I thought she was getting a buff, and that's actually a nerf. So actually, no, this Horizon one is not weird. This is really good. The gravity lift is too strong, in my opinion. Whatever they do to it, it is still too strong. You can lift your whole team up vertically in the air anytime you want, any like 20 seconds. So it's still too powerful, in my opinion. But they can't delete it from her because she'd lose all her power, so it's a tough one. I bet they regret putting that in the game for her. Lifeline. In modes with upgrade cores enabled, Lifeline's care package now has a 50-50 chance to drop an extra piece of smart equipment versus large consumable instead of armor. So I think when they talk about the extra piece of smart equipment, that is talking about the new Evo caches. I think you can, if you get an Evo cache in a care package, it automatically smashes up your Evo, and it looks like they're really trying to make it harder to get your Evos up. So Lifeline's actually going to be quite strong this season, and she has a self-revive perk. A lot of stuff going on. Next one. This is pretty huge news. Mad Maggie. So Wrecking Ball will no longer be destroyed in the first enemy hit. This thing bounces like crap now. I watched a bit of Game Emergent gameplay. I'll chuck it in here as well. And you can see, when I first watched it, I was like, this doesn't look right. The ball like bounced and then it came back again. And it was almost like too long. And that's because of this buff. And he was playing like a new version. But we didn't know that at the time. So yeah, as you can see in the background there, this is what it looks like now. And the same player cannot be hit again by the ball. Players can only be affected by the shell shock and knockdown effects once, and it will now bounce through devices it hits and destroys. So it'll go straight through doors all the time, it won't just hit them and blow up, which is annoying as hell. Really, really nice Mad Maggie buff there. And she's also got some really nice perks, so overall her kit is looking really nice. Octane, jump pad, audio fall off, and double jump has been adjusted. Pathfinder, Insider Knowledge, scanning care package now awards 50% of ult rather than 100. That's fair enough, I think that's too strong to be fair. And the ring, it also applies to ring console and survey beacon scans. Oh, okay. So he can now choose one of these two as his first perks, and if he scans one, it still gives him back 50% of his ult charge, which is nice. They didn't have to do that, and it's nice that they are. Map updates, I don't really care about map updates, but I know they've added a little bit to underneath the middle of where the city is. What is it, the Apex Games Museum on World's Edge. So there's that to go underneath. The underground bit looks a bit different, and they've also added all like banners, flags, gravity cannons, balloons, and tridents all have like different paint on. There's a bit of new stuff for the new season, which we love. We love stuff like that. Thunderdome, we've seen this in a lot of gameplay, and there's a lot of, and it looks like all the mixtape game modes are going to be on there. And modes wise, we've got mixtape and the new LTM straight shot. We won't go over that now, there's a lot of stuff based on that. We've gone over ranked a few times. If you want to read it, you can there. Basically, it's being reverted back. It's be a lot better, so I can't wait for that. World Systems extended supply bins. We'll go over this quick. So that basically supply bins can now give out smart gear, so players can now find gear upgrades for knockdown shields, helmets and backpacks in the hidden shelf. Small chance of granting purple gear if a player on this squad has white gear or none at all. Small chance of granting gold gear if the entire squad has purple gear. So it's not like it's guaranteed, but once again it's a bit of like a lifeline in them, that like group of legends buff. I think they need a little bit there. And what's this? Increased likelihood of getting medkit over syringes. And this is huge, look at this. So ring exploit prevention. Players spending too much time outside the ring will be warned and then eliminated. So then people that sat outside the ring like healing just to get like really high ranked wise, yeah, you can't do that anymore. Unlucky. Bug fixes. Double clicking the meat. I don't think any of this really matters too much. No, we won't go over that too much. I think we've gone over the most of it, to be honest. There's a lot of quality of knife stuff. Gun run. Optic per. Yeah. If you want to read any of these guys, that's the main stuff I wanted to go over. I don't want to drag this out too long. This video is already longer than I thought it'd be. But oh well. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do what you feel like doing. I'm going to do a lot of gameplay stuff soon because I've been missing actually playing. I've been covering a lot of like news videos, and I've been enjoying doing it, to be fair. So I want to do like a mix between the whole using all the new like perks and stuff, because I'm not just, I don't want to be just a news guy. I'm pretty good at the game. I will get a lot more gameplay going soon, and yeah. So I expect all sorts: gameplay, mix of news, like tier list, what you should use, anything you want. But yeah, let me know what you think of these patch notes and your favorite thing in there. But cheers, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace out for now.